If you are looking to buy an inexpensive car right now, you might struggle. During the last months, used car prices skyrocketed. The global chip shortage hit the auto industry hard, causing less cars to be built, leading to less cars on dealer lots. This not only makes finding cars more difficult, more importantly, low supply and high demand causes higher prices. But there are still some brand new cars in America that you can buy new for less than $18,000. Keep in mind, as usual with listed prices, those prices are before additional fees. This video will show you the 7 cheapest new cars available on dealer lots in America right now. At the time of making this video, August 16, 2021, MSRP prices are more misleading than ever now because of big differences in discounts, markups, and what's available on dealer lots in the first place. I looked at dealer offers nationwide, and I am going to show you how many cars of each model are available right now, under the price limit that makes it a good deal right now, in my opinion. Let's get started. As a reminder, all prices and availability numbers are nationwide and apply to August 16, 2021. They are constantly changing. Also keep in mind, the equipment details I will talk about only apply to 2021 models. In case you find a leftover, still new 2020 car, the equipment may differ. Check carefully. The cheapest new car on offer right now is the Chevrolet Spark. Right now there are about 20 Spark equipped with an automatic transmission on offer for $14K or less, or about 130 for $15.5K or less. Also there are about 10 Spark with a manual transmission for $15K or less. The Spark is powered by a 1.4-liter engine that makes 98 horsepower mated to a CVT automatic, or a 5-speed manual transmission. Warranty, 3 years or 36K miles. Rust 6 years or 100K miles. Powertrain 5 years or 60K miles. IIHS did not do the small overlap crash test with this model. Noteworthy equipment. The LS base trim includes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Lacking equipment. The LS base trim lacks cruise control and power windows. Higher trim levels on the Spark should be avoided because at their price point there are overall better models. If you want a short car for cramped street parking, you might like the Spark. It is the shortest new car currently sold in the US. Up next is the Mitsubishi Mirage. It is offered in 2 versions, a short hatchback or a longer sedan, called Mirage G4. Both versions seem to be offered at very similar prices. I recommend the more practical, easier to park hatchback. Right now there are about 30 Mirage with an automatic transmission on offer for $15K or less. Mirage with a manual transmission are very rare and overpriced. The Mirage is powered by a 1.2-liter engine that makes 76 horsepower mated to a CVT automatic, or a 5-speed manual transmission. Warranty, 5 years or 60K miles. Rust 7 years or 100K miles. Powertrain 10 years or 100K miles. IIHS small overlap crash. It only scored a marginal rating. Noteworthy equipment. The ES base trim includes automatic aircon, the only model on this list with this feature. All other models on this list include a manual aircon. Also included in the ES base trim are Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a forward collision emergency braking system with pedestrian detection and cruise control. Higher trim levels on the Mirage are overpriced and should be avoided because at their price point there are overall better models. Many people dislike the Mirage because it is slow, uncomfortable, feels overall cheap, and because its engine causes vibrations. Only consider buying one after taking a lengthy test drive, but it also has its good sides. Despite its drawbacks, many owners love them. It has been in production for a long time and has proven to be very reliable and durable. In that regard, it is likely the best model on this list. They usually last over 150K miles without expensive issues, and there are even some with over 200K miles. Also, they get good fuel economy. In reality, it is easily possible to get better than advertised numbers with this model. It is the most fuel-efficient model on this list. Up next is the Kia Rio. It is a big step up from Spark and Mirage in terms of comfort and refinement. The prices regarding all Kia on this list are tricky. There are 2 big Kia dealers that offer their cars at significantly lower prices than all other dealers. I am not going to name them because I want to avoid any issues this might cause. If you search nationwide, you will find them. Because of that, I decided to list their prices separately. There might be some special conditions to get their prices. The Rio is offered in 2 versions, a short hatchback or a longer sedan. The hatchback is rare and more expensive. Right now there are about 10 Rio with an automatic transmission on offer for $16K or less, or about 80 for $17K or less. The 2 dealers mentioned above advertise about 40 Rio for $13K and about 80 for $15K. The Rio is powered by a 1.6-liter engine that makes 120 horsepower mated to a CVT automatic transmission. Warranty, 5 years or 60K miles. Rust 5 years. Powertrain 10 years or 100K miles. IIHS small overlap crash. It scored a good rating. Noteworthy equipment. The LX base trim includes automatic headlights, wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. In all other cars on this list it is not wireless. 6-speaker audio. Most other models on this list have 4 speakers. Lacking equipment. The LX base trim lacks cruise control and sadly it lacks folding rear seats. In the LX trim the rear seats are fixed, so it is impossible to extend the trunk and carry long items. If you want folding rear seats you have to upgrade out of the S trim. It is good value too. Right now there are about 30 Rio S trim with an automatic transmission on offer for $17K or less. The S trim also includes cruise control. Up next is the Nissan Versa. First things first, I only recommend considering the Versa if you want a manual transmission. The automatic transmission on this model is notorious for being not durable and for its poor programming. If you want a manual, however, it is one of the better options because there are actually some equipped with a manual transmission on dealer lots. Right now there are about 25 Versa with a manual transmission on offer for $16.5K or less, or about 150 with an automatic transmission between $17 to $18K. The Versa is powered by a 1.6-liter engine that makes 122 horsepower mated to a CVT automatic transmission or a 5-speed manual transmission. Warranty: 3 years or 36K miles. Rust: 5 years. Powertrain: 5 years or 60K miles. IIHS did not do the small overlap crash test with this model. Noteworthy equipment: the S-base trim includes forward collision emergency braking system with pedestrian detection, cruise control, lane departure warning, automatic headlights, high beam assist, reverse emergency braking. Lacking equipment: the S-base trim lacks Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Weirdly, the version equipped with a manual transmission also lacks folding rear seats. They are only available in combination with the automatic transmission. The rear seats in the manual transmission Versa are fixed. Higher trim levels on the Versa are overpriced and should be avoided because at their price point there are overall better models. Up next is the Hyundai Accent. It is the sibling of the Kia Rio. Mechanically it's mostly identical. In my opinion its interior looks worse than the Rio's, and deals appear to be worse. In my opinion it only makes sense if you are unable to get a Kia Rio at the same price. Right now there are about 60 Accent with an automatic transmission on offer for $17K or less. The Accent is powered by a 1.6-liter engine that makes 120 horsepower mated to a CVT automatic transmission. Warranty: 5 years or 60K miles. Rust: 5 years. Powertrain: 10 years or 100K miles. IIHS small overlap crash. It scored a good rating. Noteworthy equipment: the SE base trim includes cruise control. Lacking equipment: the SE base trim lacks Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Higher trim levels on the Accent are overpriced and should be avoided because at their price point there are overall better models. If you want Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, ignore the Accent and get a Kia Rio instead. Up next is the Kia Forte. It is a big step up from all models so far in terms of comfort and refinement. Also, it is the first model on this list with enough legroom in the back to fit rear-facing child seats on the back seats comfortably. Right now there are about 15 Forte with an automatic transmission on offer for $17K or less. The two dealers mentioned above advertise about 80 Forte for $15K. The Forte is powered by a 2.0-liter engine that makes 147 horsepower mated to a CVT automatic transmission. Warranty: 5 years or 60K miles. Rust: 5 years. Powertrain: 10 years or 100K miles. IIHS small overlap crash. It scored a good rating. Additionally, it scored a good rating on the small overlap passenger side test. Noteworthy equipment: the FE base trim includes automatic headlights, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, cruise control, forward collision emergency braking system, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, driver attention warning. Lacking equipment: the FE base trim lacks folding rear seats. They are fixed. If you want folding rear seats you have to upgrade to the LXS trim. It is good value too. Right now there are about 25 Forte LXS trim with an automatic transmission on offer for $18K or less. The LXS trim also includes some upgraded interior details. Last but not least, Kia Soul. It is the only crossover SUV on this list. Mechanically it shares a lot with the Forte, but it is taller and offers a higher seating position. It has the exterior dimensions of a subcompact SUV, but it is one of the most space-efficient models on the market and has the interior dimensions of a compact SUV and a bigger range of driver's seat adjustment than many competitors. Because of that, it is one of the best cars for very tall drivers. It also offers great headroom and legroom on the back seats and fits 4 tall adults comfortably. Right now there are about 20 Soul with an automatic transmission on offer for $18K or less. The two dealers mentioned above advertise about 20 Soul for $16K. The Soul is powered by a 2.0-liter engine that makes 147 horsepower mated to a CVT automatic transmission. Warranty: 5 years or 60K miles. Rust: 5 years. Powertrain: 10 years or 100K miles. IIHS small overlap crash. It scored a good rating. Additionally, it scored a good rating on the small overlap passenger side test. Also noteworthy is a very good result in the roof strength test. Noteworthy equipment: the LX base trim includes automatic headlights, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, cruise control, 6-speaker audio, compared to the Kia Forte's base trim. The Soul's base trim lacks some driver assists. On the Soul they are only available for higher trims. That's the end of this video. If you found it to be helpful, please like, subscribe, comment and share. I wish you all the best for your next car purchase and in general, have a nice day.